came to this country in 1962, and I've met all kind of hell.
I sat down because I see the seat empty, the pew empty. Sat in the pew, and he came and he said to me, "You can't sit there," and I was sent to the back of the church. I never went back to that church.
So the parents gave us a lot of guidance in the Caribbean. So they wanted you to be honest. They wanted you to have good integrity. And also, they wanted you to be educated so that you would be better than them. Because we came from humble beginnings, and they pushed the education and religion a lot on us.
I was aware that racism existed, but at the same time, I always heard my dad in my ear. If you are the best, if you achieve, these people will have no ammunition or very little ammunition to fire you down.
And because you're from the Caribbean, having taken no exam, you went to the bottom stream. So, enter England, year 1 in secondary school, at the bottom of the class, the bottom stream.
Now, I was born in London, and then when I was 11, I went to Nigeria. So the years that I spent in London, I think race impacted upon me probably negatively, I would say. You know, I definitely felt a minority. I felt, you know, that in a way even though I was young, it was definitely there that you were slightly a second-class citizen.
Growing up in this area, which is one of the most diverse areas in the country, and I've recently found out has the largest African and Caribbean population in the country. That's within Lambeth, this borough. I suppose really has shaped my identity in terms of my values, and also in terms of my commitment to anti-racism. Despite the fact that we live in the most diverse borough, it doesn't mean that everything is fine because there are more of us here. There are still a lot of issues in wider society that disadvantage us.
Recognising that you are seen as different, not within your own community maybe, because if you're being brought up in a black community and so on, but in the context of the wider whole in Britain.
What others think of my culture means that they are pigeonholing me in certain different areas, which I wasn't aware of when I was young. But as I've got older, I've realised that basically somebody with from my culture, my hue, so to speak, they have to go the extra mile to make a difference, or for people to notice skills and what have you.
We tried out for like, I think 2 or 3 different cricket clubs, and I think all of them were predominantly white. So we tried one where I went in and I got racially abused, or I guess, because they were saying that you don't belong in this sport and that it's a British sport and that you can't be doing it because you're not British, because you're black.
I try to find some place now to go on my own. No blacks, no Irish, no dogs, no children. I ask myself, what can I do?
I had a battle with my own race, particularly when I was younger. So I come from a mixed race background where I have a Guyanese father who's of Asian Guyanese descent and a white mother. Most of the family that I grew up with was with my white British family, and I'd say I'd felt like my race was kind of ignored, particularly with my white family, and that was due to reasons of their upbringing and their understanding of what race was.
As a young black girl, and throughout my life being steered in the right direction, conversations with my parents about my own culture, that's made me who I am today, and belief in my own culture as a black woman.
Even as things have changed and inclusion has improved, and it definitely has improved, I think, for London, there was always a feeling that it could be better.
I was born in Sheffield, so there was there's quite a lot of separation but togetherness. So black people obviously stand out quite a lot. So I would find that, like in college or uni especially, that we did have to work a lot harder. And especially then when I got into my field of social work, I had some managers that, yeah, made life a bit difficult.
When one person wins, we all win. So just learning who I am, learning where I'm from, and now that I know who I am and the confidence I have in that, I know where I'm going and I'm taking all that I know with me.
So I'd like to start doing some travelling beyond light speed, seeing what's in the galaxy. So I do hope for that, but I think that's pushing it a bit far. You want something a bit more close to home, right? I could do that too, see?
Real equality, real equality. And people might say real equality might mean, you know, people just being nice to one another on a regular basis, but no.
Equality is not equity. Equity is giving people exactly the same thing, and that doesn't work for everybody. Equality is giving everybody what they need to be able to be the very best that they can be.
Changing young people's lives for the better by acknowledging their race or their culture. I feel like one of the most powerful places you can do it is in the classroom.
Education is still the strongest weapon against prejudice and inequality in this country.
We've seen the Black Lives Matter movement took off last year, and that started a global narrative around equalities and diversity, inclusion.
And I'm angry now with the way society is and how racism is just some topic for discussion. I've kind of had enough of it, you know what I mean? I'm like, just fix it, deal with it.
I'd really like it not to be something that we're constantly having to defend or compensate for or explain, but that we could just move beyond that. For me, but more so for my children, I really wish that they would have a freedom from this.
And it shouldn't matter what color you are. If we could get to a place where we don't have to say they're the blacks and they're the whites, and that's my really hope. It may take a long while.
But I would like to see my grandchildren be happy and be cheerful. Don't have to beg or borrow, nothing like that. That's what I want to see.
I'm 14 years old.
I'm 28 years old, still young. I have to call it still young, yeah.
31 years old.
I'm 35 years old.
I'm 36.
My age, I am 44 years of age.
Okay, today I started off, I was about 30-ish. I reached about 45 by around 2-ish because I was in a very mature mode and I had a couple of adult conversations, and now I'm about 16.
I'm very proud of how old I am. I am 50 years old.
I'm 52 years young.
I'm just 21 and 34 years old.
I'm 58. 58.
This year I will be the ripe old age of 67, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm only 67 years young.
I'm 68 now, but you shouldn't ask a woman the age.
Oh, I'm 82 years old. And I'm very proud.
86, going 87 in the next couple of months.